Hey guys, Xaryu here, and today I am playing with my good friend Asper and Colo. Good friends Asper and Colo. So I haven't played with Asper since WAD really. He was the best. Before I get into that, his name is Xaryu Sucks. On his boom, this is Asper. His name is Xaryu Sucks. It's just a troll. He's my friend, I swear. Anyway. We haven't played since WAD. He was just like the best Boomy in WAD. He's still like the best Boomy. He's just insanely skilled player. We haven't played in a while, and before you guys get too excited, no, I don't think MAGE Boomy is back. I'm just playing this game for fun because I wanted to play with Asper, and we had a good time. Colo being a champ here and healing us because BOOMKIN MAGE isn't the greatest, but anyways, here are the games. We actually only lost one game, I think, so it went okay. We were cubing around 2,500. General strategy here was the same strategy as when I'm playing with the Warlock, where we just kind of rot everything. First couple games, I was actually going splitting ice, but I feel like Ice Nova is actually a little bit better because a little bit extra burst when we do get a sheep or a clone is actually quite nice. I don't know if triple dotting is as good with this comp, because when it seems like we are getting our kills, like see I full sheep the monk here, it seemed like every time we were just getting our kills, every time I was actually getting CC instead of just killing with triple, rot damage. And for whatever reason, maybe it's because UAs, against, when you're playing the Warlock, you have to dispel UA, stuff like that. It just, yeah, Warlocks can just triple dot more effectively, I guess. But anyway, still winning games by just getting, sheeps and cyclones and still spread pressuring quite a bit, but it did feel like Ice Nova was a little bit better for that. So I think this game I was also splitting ice. Here we're fighting a Fire Mage, a DK, and an H-Pal. Just queuing here. Yeah, I don't know if these guys, 23, 24, 25, something like that. And yes, this was a very scary opener for my Shaman. I actually spell steal the combust from the Fire Mage out of stealth, but he does get stunned into a Belf, barely getting that link off, but he does get that link off. So I cast a Blizzard and immediately orb. So what that's going to allow me to do is reset the cooldown of my orb. So my orb's still up, and there's only 20 seconds remaining on it, which is pretty crazy. It just faded, but I have another orb here in about 10 seconds. So that's what I love the most about this spec. I do lock this H-Pal, doing quite a bit of damage onto him, and boom, he does go down in that lockout. So as you can see, we have a good amount of burst with this comp, just like back in WAD, but I guess the difference is we have, we don't have like a deep sheep go every 30. Instead, we just have more consistent pressure, more AoE pressure, good amount of burst, but, less setup potential, I guess I should say. Here we're going to another game. We're fighting a Hunter Survival Mistweaver. Start off Invis here on this map, and hopefully I don't get flare. There we go, dodging that flare. And I think Enhance is the kill target, but against this team, anything can really flop. Like, any of the three targets are just fabulous to kill. If we get a nice cap on the monk, that's doable. I try to sheep out of stealth. I do shoot the kick. I go for a full sheep on the healer. And I actually wanted to start the healer, but the bash comes in. I get silenced. Doing quite a bit of damage, though. Trinket that silence. And the healer gets pretty low. And I actually trinketed nothing there. I thought I was on my Belf Mage, so I hit Shift 2, which is my keybind for Belf, and I actually just, like, freaking... Yeah, that was awkward. Didn't actually have a Belf there. I am burning Determination against this because I don't need Prismatic Cloak. There are no, spells really to avoid on this team, but there are, a lot of kicks. I spell steal the Bloodlust. We have a full sheep on the Mistweaver, full clone on the Hunter, half sheep on the Mistweaver. It does break. I have to, go into my Ice Block here. I am forced into block. We do clone up that Shaman low, start hitting the Hunter a little bit, casting a Blizzard on everything to reset my orb, which is very nice. I'm just getting a lot of AoE damage and just casting Blizzard. They might think I'm trolling or something, but I'm serious because I'm this random ass orb spec. I orb on top of everything because at this point I just want to cleave, just do max damage, and if they're stacking, I am happy to stack. That's one of the strengths of Frost Mage right now, is if they're stacking, that is awesome. Cast an Ebon Bolt on the Hunter, get him really low. Did he die or is he feigned death? This is a troll. Okay, he was feigned death, so I'm swapping to the Shaman. Shaman's very low as well. They're all just stacking, and they all pretty much will go down. That's pretty much the whole goal. If we can push in onto them and force them to stack, we're in a great spot. Not only because Boomkin Starfall, but because of my Orb, and because of Blizzard, and because of Comet Storm, and Splitting Ice. There's just so many positives of stacking. So if you're fighting an enemy mage, guys, spread apart. Don't stack. If you're stacking, you're going to get cleaved. I can, be pretty sure of it. Took us a while to kill those last two guys, but here we are moving into the next match. We have a Fire Sub RMP. I think Fire Sub, I don't know, I really did think that Fire Assass and Sub Frost were kind of your two main options, but I have seen people kind of switch it up, playing some Frost Assass with an H-Pal, or doing some Fire Sub with a Druid or a Priest, and I must say the combos do work, fairly well when you intermix them as well, so I don't know, we'll still see as the meta continues to shift and evolve. Trying to get a full sheep here on the Priest. I do end up landing it, but he does a premonition, or, used to be called Shadow Word Death, to actually break that sheep. I get stunned up, go ahead and trinket and stun, trying to get a Blizzard down, and once I get my Blizzard down, then I Orb, get a ton of damage on this mage. I actually proc his Cauterize, but I don't proc his Ice Block. So, yeah, next time he blocks, he won't be able to wait for the Cauterize. I hit the Rogue for a little bit, trying to bait out some type of cooldown. Trying to go for another sheep on the Priest here. I do get cheap shotted. I'm in a bomb here, so this is a little scary. I run out of the bomb. I call it out for my Shaman. Go to a little safety zone. Continue doing work on the Mage. I really, really like Mage as a kill target. It's just like just a good target to keep hitting. The thing is, he has fire though, so he has every time he blinks, he gets healed. So that's a little bit problematic. Going for a full sheep. He deaths it again. This Priest playing very well. I do sheep on his Shadow Word Death into a full bash, and we force the mages into Ice Block. So mages, no Cauterize, no Ice Block. Pretty much no defensives left. So if we can actually get another connection here onto this mage, the game should be over pretty soon. But as you can see, they're kind of playing a little more defensive now. Like, the Priest is closer to the pillar, the Rogue's getting a little closer to the pillar, so if they're kind of just turtling and not letting us really get a nice go here on the Mage, it could still be a while. Trying to go for a sheep here onto the Priest. I get feared, fear breaks, Cone Cold Priest, trying to get a sheep onto him. Rogue keeps opening up on me, and now he has death back, so very, very difficult to get a sheep on an RMP that has death, Mage kick, Rogue kick, stuns, fears. Very, very difficult, but I am trying to push in. But they're playing very defensive, so I'm just decided to push it on the pillar, stack, and cleave, just like last time. Trying to avoid that ring. He ends up not actually being able to cast it. Mage is taking a ton of damage right here. We do get triple feared, triple belfed. Mage pops combustion there. I should be looking to steal that. Couldn't actually get it, though. Full sheep onto the Priest. Mage is in a little bit of trouble, but the Rogue is just kind of controlling me. He kicks me on that resheep, so I don't get a resheep. Cone Cold the Priest, keep him nice and slow, so my Druid can land a clone. He gets the clone, chasing the Mage, and Mage throws a kick on me, and I can't really do too much out of it. So we get a half clone onto the Priest. No quarter clone, but I do have full poly TRs coming up soon, so I'll probably be looking to maybe go for a sheep on the Priest. I fake his death there, fake the full death, and get a full sheep on the Priest. So that's beautiful. We have our CC down, we got a full clone on the Rogue, full sheep on the Priest, but the Mage is just running around. And this is why, if we were playing with an H-Pal, what we would do is full sheep, full clone, and full Hodge, right? And then the Mage would be in a full Hodge, and he would just go down in my Orb. But since we're playing with an R-Shaman, I would not recommend it. The R-Shaman doesn't have an on-demand stun. He does have that Cap Totem, but it is difficult to land sometimes, and it's very, very difficult to kill things because they just run around the pillar. So, we go back to our AoE cleave strat, where they're all stacking. Instead of sheeping, we just kind of AoE cleave, and you can kind of go back and forth. Triple cleave if they're stacking, can't really get CC. A Priest almost goes down there, or if they kind of open themselves up to where one person can get CC'd, we can do a little cross CC and chase the third guy down. We do a little bit of damage here on the Priest, and if you did notice, I am playing Ice Nova this game as well. It just seemed like splitting Ice wasn't giving me enough pressure, really, because I don't know, with the Warlock it seems really nice. We can just stack on all three, but with the Boomy it seems like it's almost better to do some sheep kills, some setup-based stuff, and Ice Nova is much better for that. So with like a Rogue, I always play Ice Nova. Go ahead and dodge that Ring of Frost there. everything on their team is completely rotting. Priest, Mage, and Rogue all sub, what, 30% now. So, just kind of a matter of time before they just crumble to all of our pressure, and if they keep stacking, it's just going to keep getting worse and worse for them. Casting another Blizzard to get an orb up, and this next orb should spell trouble for them. So I have my orb up, and as soon as I can just cast my orb on something, spam a couple Ice Lances, it should be GG. Threw my orb down, couple lances here onto the mage, and he does go down. So that's kind of that, guys. You don't want to stack too much against AoE cleaves. That's what you learn from this. Anyways, guys, I hope you like this Boomkin Mage comp. I'm always trying to shift my comps around, show you guys some different stuff, but I have been enjoying Rogue Mage a lot, and I'll try to push some higher rating with that at some point in the future. Let me know if you guys liked these games with Asper down below, aka Xaryu sucks. Thumbs the video up if you liked it, thumbs it down if you didn't, sub to the stream, to the YouTube and the stream if you liked it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!